How's it going, everybody? It's your boy. We're back at the Abilene Locals. We have the winner right here, first place. Introduce yourself.
You guys probably know me already. Roberto, Swordsoul got first. Played a new deck today.
You cheated on Swordsoul.
I didn't cheat on Swordsoul, bro. Y'all are mad.
This man's always winning, coming
Always
in first
winning.
place, or tying with Blue Eyes. We don't talk about that. So what's the sauce? What is the sauce?
I played Tearlament today, but it's a little bit of a different build. It's not like the standard build, so.
All right, you gotta show us, man. Show us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, shout out to Jordan, the Nautical Tag Duel Champs.
Tag Duel
Let's
Champs.
go, man. So let's get into this. So I played Rhino Heart. I only played one. You'll see why later. But this card's so good. Starts all your plays. It's a Foolish Burial. Summons himself from graveyard when you mill him. Just super good. I wouldn't change the ratios really. I really like this build. But the one Rhino. 3 of the 4. This card's broken. Sends one from your hand to the grave. Mills 3. Special summons herself. When she hits the grave, she fusions. Really broken. This is the hand trap one. So when your opponent activates a monster effect on field, you summon her, mill 3, and then whenever she hits the grave, she's a fusion. And they're all by card effects whenever they hit the grave. And then just 2 of the level 2. This one, when it's summoned, mills 3, normal or special, and then when it hits the graveyard, it fusion summons just like the rest of these. And they have to use themselves. But this ratio is what I've been playing, 2, 3, 3, and the 1 Rhino. Just the 9 tier elements. It actually really works in this build, and you'll see why. But it is pretty saucy. I like it a lot.
Man plays through fucking everything.
Plays through everything. And then we are playing the branded version, so we're just playing 1 of each. Wouldn't change this ratio. If anything, I might cut like ad libitum, just because like if I mill Tragedy, I can search this. But this card comes up quite a lot actually, where if I mill him, I'll just search a branded in red off of Albion, and then branded in red target this, and my opponent's immediately sweating. So I think I'll keep this the same. But yeah, the ratio was perfect. To Albaz. It's Albaz, you're playing branded. We're playing the 2 Shadow monsters as your window targets. A lot of the time you mill Squamata, you can Foolish for the beast, draw a card. Or you can just like branded fusion, send this for the dark monster, send that. Chain block, get more pluses.
So how would you fusion something?
We're playing 1 of this. If you ever know a branded deck, you know what this card does. Sends a plant when it's sent from field to grave. This card's broken because you can mill it, and then it just starts crazy combos with the snow. Also, 1 of light targets for branded stuff. But you probably know where this is going now. We are playing...
Yeah, what type of plants do you play, man?
We're playing the Predaplant, man. This stuff is so insane. If you don't know what this does, summons a Predaplant from the deck by sending a monster from hand to discarding. But it's cost, so you don't trigger your Tearlament effects, which is fine. You just want to load up your graveyard. And then you play 1 of each. So Biceless is a searcher whenever he's just sent to graveyard, so you can dump this off of branded fusion. You can mill this to search your starters, or if you need a fusion spell, this guy's just a fusion spell for a dark. This guy fusions on board, and then this guy, whenever he's summoned by the effect of a Predaplant monster, searches for any fusion or polymerization card. So you can see with the branded fusion, this can send this, which gets you a searcher. So your branded fusion starts, not only gets you Mirror Jade, but also gets you into the Predaplant combo, which gets you into your tier elements, and you have a loaded graveyard with fusions and darks and whatever else you know that was in your hand that you just want to put in the grave and get extra pluses off of. So this package right here really came in clutch today. It's super explosive in this build. And then obviously 3 branded fusion. If you see this, it can start Tearlament plays, it can start Predaplant plays, it gets you a Mirror Jade. There was times where I was like making like a Lubellion, and then Lubellion was making like Dragostapelios, or was making kits that I had to discard because I had them in hand for other effects, like for the Orthoscorpio, and it was just crazy. This card was so good. And then 2 fusion deployment. This is why I only played the 1 Rhino Heart, because I can summon not only the Albaz but the Rhino Heart. So these are both targets to summon off of this, and all I do is fusion summon this deck, unless all I do is fusion this build. So this card's broken. I might play 3 of this, but right now with the ratios and the space, 2 of this is really good. Summon these out. It's free advantage in a spell card.
So you're basically playing 4 Albaz, 3 Rhino. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then 3 Rhino plus searchers for this, the traps, whatever. So it's pretty insane. Branded Fusion gets this live, so it's just so good. 2 Poly is like my normal spells. You can search this off the Predaplant stuff. You can search this off of the new dragon. Where is he? This guy, you can search off of that. If you see it, you can just fusion something with it. So it's pretty crazy. It's really good. I would probably play King of the Swamps if I could find them, but right now I'm playing just the 2 Shaddolls in this. It works out just fine in this build. You mill so much, you send so much, it's ridiculous. And I would be playing 2 field spells, but I'm waiting on the mail. So I played Foolish Burial good. You can send the trap searches you a monster or adds one from grave to hand. So it kind of gets you to the searcher. So all in all, we're really playing like, you know, 5 copies of Rhino Heart, which is just insane. It's more than enough, and you only need like the 1 physical copy because he's never getting DD crowed. It's always the one you send to grave to fusion that's going to get DD crowed. So you pretty much never have any fear of him getting rid of him. So it's pretty good. So the 1-of spells, all the power 1-ofs, instant fusion. You can search it. Foolish Burial starts any of your plays. Tearlament, send you Shaddolls, sends your Predaplant stuff.
Why the 1 Super Poly?
So the 1 Super Poly, you can search it. Predaplant combo with the Cobra, and I don't really think you need more of it. It's also just like in the main in case you draw it and you're playing into a Tearlament board, or like I used it against heroes today. Just really anything that fusion summons, you just need at least 1 copy of it in the main, and you can search it. And also the Predaplant combo, because of instant fusion in this deck, can get you a way to fusion with Bufo and mill 8, or it can get you like a Surge, Dragosapelio, and a mill 5. It's just really ridiculous. And the Predaplant engine can also search any card that's fusion or polymerization. So any of these can be searched that you need off of the Predaplant combo, which is what's so ridiculous about this build, because this starts your combo, this starts your combo, this can start your combo depending on your hand, this gets you into Tearlaments. It's just so ridiculous, and it just gets you so much free advantage off of like 1 or 2 cards that you can just steamroll your opponent and put up a really disgusting board, and then still have all the Tearlament interaction on your opponent's turn. So even if you get Dark Ruler, it's still free. Traps, 2 Solic. This is the Imperm, and then if it's sent, it gets you it's the Rhoda, 1 Mana Noise or Mayonnaise. This is just a Book of Moon, and then Foolish Burials from deck. And if it's sent, you add 1 from grave to hand. And then the last trap was Branded Banishment. This card was so good today. The amount of times I like target Ad Libitum, target Tragedy, summon it, and then just like make a Dark Fusion, make literally anything, summon back a fusion, go into all the crazy fusions you can make in this deck by super pulling your opponent's board is just ridiculous.
All right, you got to show them what your fusions. What are you running? What are you running today?
So it's 15 fusions in the extra deck. We're playing this guy. When he's summoned, he searches for a Predaplant monster or a Preda spell or trap card, and then he can send anything with a predator counter, or sorry, target it, distribute it. So your opponent's monsters or any card you control. So himself typically is what we're doing. To summon a Predaplant from deck, which summons Cobra. Cobra triggers a search for instant fusion or anything. So this guy gets you into Bufo, and it gets you an instant fusion, which gets you to Kit. So you'll have Bufo, Cobra, plus instant fusion, which is so much gas. Level 5s, we play 1 Winda. It's Winda, Floodgate, you can lose to it. 1 Kit, it's really all you need. You can put it back so many ways, Rebellion, your Tearlaments. It's just so free. You make so many Dragosapelios using this. It's super good. I would probably play more of this if I had the space, but I think one is fine. 2 Dragosapelios. This card's broken in this deck. You make this twice. If you hit it ad libitum, you can brand it in red, make a Guardian Chimera, summon one of these back, so you get 3 negates, and Guardian Chimera pop 2. It's insane.
Gotta flex those commons.
Yeah, the commons. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We'll get ultras eventually. It's fine. One of this guy, honestly, I've never summoned this card, but he shits on Dragon Link. Other than that, I just send this to set like Branded Fusion or Poly or something on my turn after the follow-up if I've already used my Albions. 1 of Rebellion. I'd probably play more of this, but I have to play 2 of this because this card's so broken in this version. Setting Branded Fusion, setting Branded in red. Just too good in this version. So I have to play 2 of this. I'm playing the 2 light targets. But it's really, really good. 2 Mirror Jade. You have to play it. You make it so much. If you dump it, if you mill an Albaz and then like you do Predaplant combo, you can just shuffle them back and make this guy. It's insane. Fusion deployment. This hit my opponent Talc on normal summon. My opponent leaves Calico. I just normal summon Albaz, make this, and they just cry. So.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I get it all.
The one Kaleido Heart, this card's so good. I didn't summon him at all today, but the one time I had a chance to summon him, my opponent scooped before I summoned him. They knew it was coming. So, card's broken on summon, he shuffles something, or if an Aqua monster is sent to the graveyard, he shuffles something, and then when he's sent to the graveyard, he can summon himself and then Foolish Burial Tearlament. So this card does everything you need in one. He's interruption. He's just fucking broken, dude. It's so good. But I didn't use him at all today, unfortunately. This card, never ever summoned it. It's come up in testing a lot, where I will super poly my opponent or branded banish my opponent and make this, and then like trigger to summon back Dragus Stapelio. So I can Dragus Stapelio them, and then when they go to summon out of the extra, just negate it. It's so strong. It's ridiculous. I like this card a lot. One Guardian Chimera. This card's broken. You know what this card does. He's broken, especially in this deck, dude. You just chain block him, you mill your polys. It's ridiculous. Card's free. And then I played one of this guy, the Predapower. I summoned him one time today, and it was when I had double Dragus Stapelio, so I just negate something, and then I can tribute their monster for an Omni negate. So, yeah, it comes up sometimes, but also he's just a big body that's hard to out. So, but that's the main extra. Want the side deck?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, dump it on there.
Might as well get the whole trash.
We need the goo,
whole trash can. So side deck, this is made in like 2 minutes. Double Ash, we'll hide that one. Yeah, 2 Ash. You need it when you play against people like playing Punk Engine or Heroes or something crazy.
God, show him the MVP.
Triple nib. This card was insane. I nibbed Blue Eyes Punk player like 14 times. So. Oh yeah, hang on. Actually, I'm playing 2 Ash. No feed Ash around here. But yeah, triple nib, insane. And then I didn't have time, so I just grabbed the stuff from my Swordsoul. So 2 DD Crow and the Bell. I wish I played 3 DD Crow on the main, but I didn't have the space, and I didn't want to mess with the ratios. I felt like the deck was really good at 42, so I just played this on the side. It was fine. I saw Ghost Bell like one time, but other than that, it really didn't matter.
Man literally grabbed all the cards out of his car just to make his side.
Yeah, all out of the glove box. No, best card on the side today, evenly matched, dude. The amount of times I evenly matched somebody, they left one monster on board, and then I just went almost from the Fallen of Albaz. Ridiculous, dude. Played the mirror match against another Tearlament player, and he had, I just evenly matched him to get rid of all his Dragus Stapelios and stuff. He kept the Calica, and then I just went normal summon Albaz effect, made my own Dragus Stapelio, and then he just couldn't play. I just had too much.
That's a super depressing.
Super depressing. 2 Twin Twister. Didn't come up, but it's really good for outing Lake Skill Drain or Summon Limit Floodgates. You gotta play it. It doesn't trigger your effects, but you need some kind of removal. So like evenly match plus these 2, that's pretty much enough. And then you can Guardian Chimera your opponent too sometimes. And then Triple Dark Ruler, didn't activate this at all today. Drew it one time, but I already had game on board, so it didn't matter.
It's almost like a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple in this format. I would main this, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to mess with the ratios, and I just needed a side deck. So that's my my 15 pile of trash for a side deck. But
all right, my brother, do you have any shout outs or anything like that?
Shout out Jordan, obviously the Nautical, Richie, the Blue Eyes Punk Goon, who always gives me sweat. I don't know how, but he does. But yeah, shout out Nick, my brother, testing, obviously, joining all the time, bro. Gio.
Yes, sir, Gio, my boy.
My boy, he knows who he is. Other than that, yeah, man, this is just a crazy build I decided to try, mess with the ratios, and came out really good. Yeah, and also shout out Tag Duel Champs from Nats.
Tag Duel Champs.
Tag Duel Champs.
All right, man, you got to go to sleep, man. It's past all our bedtimes. You know what I'm saying? They already, the street lights went out.
Yeah, street lights are out, man. Out here,
It's
We're all about to get in
crazy.
trouble.
Yeah, we're not like we're rolling for tickets at Nats or anything, you know.
Facts. All right, appreciate the deck profile.